Hello there! Today I am going to share with you how I use a Cricut machine to personalize client pieces. If this is something you are interested in learning about, stay tuned. Hello again and welcome back to my channel. My name is Courtney and I am a flower preservationist, educator, and business coach sharing all of my tips and tricks for building and growing your flower preservation business. Today we're going to talk about one of the most popular crafting machines ever, the Cricut. In preservation, we can use the Cricut to personalize our pieces for our clients. Some examples may be to add their name or date or monograms, or for memorial orders you can even put a memory of and a name. Whatever it may be, the Cricut is a great tool to use for this job. I personally use the Cricut Joy, and it's a small, compact, so it's easily stored, but it's big enough to complete the options I give my clients for their pieces. There are larger machines, but I knew this wasn't going to be a popular thing for my clients, so I choose the smaller, cheaper version to use. So let's look at some of the tools that I use with this machine. Alright, so here are the tools that we're going to be talking about. This right here is the actual Cricut Joy machine. You can see how small it is. It's like, the size of my hand, a little bit bigger, but and that's how wide it is. So that is the size. So like I said, it's nice and compact, so I can put it just about anywhere. When you open it, you can see what the inside looks like. This is where the tip is going to be that does all the cutting for you and the loading and everything. So this is what it looks like. We are going to be using the permanent smart vinyl for our pieces. This is the best one that I have found to use. It's a lot simpler to use than having to use the little craft board that comes with it. You literally just cut this to size and load it into the machine and it's good to go. Then you have your transferring tape, and then we have our weeding tool, and we have our little spatula here for scraping and making sure that the transfer tape and the stickers work, and then also putting it onto the piece. So this is what we're going to be working with as we create our personalization for our pieces. Alright, so now that we've gone over the tools, let's check out the computer side of things and how we actually create stickers for our pieces. Alright, so here we are in our Cricut account. I am going to go up to the top right hand corner where it says New Project, and I'm going to click on New Project, and it will open up a new project window. For this piece that I am making, I am going to be using the client's new last name and their wedding date. So I am going to click on text over here on the left hand side, and that will bring up a little text box. I'm going to type their name into the box and highlight it to change the font. So you'll have Cricut fonts, system fonts, bookmark, recent, things like that you can use. If you have fonts in your own system, you can use any of that on here. In the Cricut side, there are going to be fonts that are free, and there are going to be fonts that are not free. So like here, if it's not free, you'll see a price. If it is free, you won't see a price, so you can go through either however you want to do it to buy those, or use free ones. If you want to just look for free, you can click free here. I already know what font I want, so I am going to search for it. Oh, I guess it'll be under the system. Let me see where I have it saved. It's in here somewhere. There it is. Okay, mine is under system, so I'm going to click on that font and it will change it to here. I'm going to move, whoops. This box obviously allows you to make it bigger or smaller, so you can include the whole name in there as you're sizing it. I am actually going to make this much larger. So let's expand that. Okay, so that's about the size that we're going to do it in for the name, and then I'm going to put the date on there as well. So we're going to hit text again because I'm going to do a different font for this, and I'm going to type in their date and highlight, and let's see where this font is. Oh, there it is right there. Click on it to work. There it is. And now we're going to bring it up here. I am going to make it a little bit smaller. Oops. Excuse me. move it towards the middle. And just look at it overall. Okay. Let's see. I like to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to the end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, so we're gonna move this over one more. Perfect. So that's about the middle right there. So I'm gonna highlight both. I'm gonna scoot it up a little bit. So I'm gonna use as little of the paper as possible. And that's how we set it up inside the Cricut program. So then I'm going to click on Make. I'm going to hit Save because I do want to save it. We're going to save it to Wedding, and we're going to title it Larson and save. Now we get to go in here. I am going to be using the Smart Vinyl for Cricut, so I'm going to click on Without the Mat because you don't need the mat for Smart Vinyl. So I'm going to click that, click Confirm, and then we're going to, you'll see it pop up here where it shows you where it has to be within the frame. So you can see it actually kind of moved it. It was no longer centered with each other. So I'm just going to kind of have to eyeball it again. But it needs to be within this red frame here. So I'm just gonna kind of move that. And oops, let's move this down because we don't want them to touch. I'm gonna say that looks about right. All right, so once you've got it set to how you want it to be, you'll show over here, this is like the side that it's telling you it needs to be about 4 inches. Material size is going to have to be 5 by 5 by 4, so that is the size of the piece that I'm going to cut. And then once you've got this all centered here, then you'll hit continue. It's going to connect, or it's going to look for the machine to connect to it. Sometimes that part takes a minute. There we go. All right, you're going to set your base material, which is the Smart Vinyl. Then it'll tell you to load your tools, so make sure that you have your blade in there and load in your paper. I actually haven't cut my paper yet. I need to do that, so give me just 1 second. 2, 3, 4, 5. Right now it's checking to make sure the paper size that you put in there is correct. And then you will click go and it will make it for you. And all right, so now we've got our piece printed. I'm going to try and see if you guys can. It's a little hard to focus on there. I don't know if you can see it or not, but this has our name and date printed on it. You'll be able to see it a little bit better in just a second once I start weeding it. So what I've done is I've cut out just the part where the name and the date are, and then I've taken the transfer paper and I've also cut it to be the same size so that we're not wasting anything. So what's going to happen next is I am going to take our weeding tool and I am actually going to pull off the negative part of the sticker. Let's see here. Let me make sure this is like focusing on what I'm doing. Okay, so this is just pulling back all of the negative part of the sticker, or at least a big chunk of it first. You can use, this guy is really handy to kind of get in under where the really thin spaces are, so we're not wrecking the actual name on the sticker. And this stuff is very sticky. All right, almost there. Perfect. Okay, so we got the main part off. Now you're also going to use this to pull out the negative within the letter. There's a couple of negative spaces in these letters here. I'm just going to get all of that out. Last one, and this 4. Whoops. There we go. I don't know if that's any better. A little bit, maybe. Nah. Okay, anyway. Well, what's going to happen next, refocus. What's going to happen next is we are going to peel the transfer tape off of the backing, which can be tricky. Hold on, I'm going to take it off camera so I can see a little bit better. I am just trying to find a weak spot. Found it. So we're going to peel the transfer tape off the backing and then lay the transfer tape on top. Just like so. Then we're going to use our little spatula scraper here, and we're going to scrape over the whole sticker so that the transfer tape adheres to the sticker. Alright, then you'll peel very carefully the transfer tape off. And if you scraped it well enough, you will see it start to come off onto the transfer tape. You can see that right there. Now I can see that my 0 over here did not, so I'm gonna go back over it a little bit. Again, you want to do this very slowly so that you make sure that you pull off the whole sticker and not tear it or leave anything behind. My A did not get stuck. So keep going. You essentially just keep doing this until you get the whole thing off. Nope, still didn't get there. Go. Almost there. Boom, done. Now I'll move this out of the way. I'll bring this here. Whoops, I kind of put it in the center there. Focus. Now you can actually see the words. So now we are going to find the middle of this piece. And this is like not a permanent sticker, so you can kind of lay it on there, look at it, see if it looks centered. If it's off a little bit, you can pick it back up, move it a little bit. Whoop. I think that's about right. See there? Yep, okay, all right, I think that's perfect. So then what you'll do is you'll use your little scraper spatula situation and go over the sticker so that it adheres to the resin. And you just want to go over the sticker. You don't want to do like the whole transfer tape, just the part where the name and the date is so that it sticks on there. And then you will carefully again peel back the transfer tape. And there you have it. And what we'll do next is we'll put a nice top coat on it and it'll be ready to go. And here is our final piece. Isn't it beautiful? This is going to be a wonderful statement piece in their home. I hope this video was helpful, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more tips on growing your flower preservation business. And as always, if you ever have any questions about what I discussed today or want to learn something specific, let me know in the comments and I can create a video for you. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you next time. Bye.